And thank you so much for hanging out with us. This is the Go Show. We celebrate all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a world that we live in. I would go through the normal social medias that you can check us out at. Of course, there is the Facebook, there's Instagram, there's YouTube, there's Twitter, and I'm going to start the show. And I understand there's an outdoor program here. I'm going to start the show a little beef about social media. And this just popped up because I really want to reach out to Elon Musk because in Elon, I trust. This poor guy is doing nothing but try to advance humanity. He is just, whether you like what he's doing or not, whether you agree with what he's doing or not, that's what the guy's trying to do. And he is the owner of X, formerly known as Twitter. And I wanted to go ahead and pay for the premiere. I wanted all of the cool things that you get with Premiere, excuse me, special content. You're also able to download videos, which I like to do so I can play with those on social media. And so from a business standpoint, it's a good idea. So I went on, and if you remember Twitter, it's the same as Facebook. There was the profile picture was me and my boy Django, which was my German short hair pointer, and it was just a really cool picture. I loved that picture. It really just seemed to sum up Django and I's relationship. God rest his soul. And I changed it. So I went in and I put the Go Show logo on. You can see it behind me. I put the Go Show logo on, and then I went into pay for Premiere, whatever. It said I can't. What do you mean I can't? What do you mean I can't? Here was the reason they said that I had changed my my handle, my name, or my logo within the past 3 days. Try again later. Okay, because let's say I got a new show logo, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this new logo, and here's my logo, and I'm very proud of it, and I'm going to make it my profile picture. I'm making my profile picture. Then I want to give Twitter $160, and they say I can't. I have to wait. What is this? What is it, California? Come on. What do we have, a grace period here where we got to wait 5 days, a cooling off period that I was so excited that I wanted to give Twitter money? They're not going to accept it? Something is fishy on that one. Next week, we're also going to have the GoShow.live, which will be our website. The GoShow.live, it'll have a bunch of fun things in there for our podcast, and it will have videos, links to YouTube, and what else we're going to put on there? Oh, cool stuff that I dig. Yeah. Stuff that you might want to feel like, I wonder what what kind of trailer Mike has. Okay, well, here it is. And this is where you can go buy it if you want to. So we'll have that kind of stuff on there as well. And just a whole new look. So I appreciate you helping me out and coming along with me on this journey, really, because this is what we're doing. We're starting it from the ground up again. 11 years we have been on terrestrial radio broadcast here in Phoenix, Arizona, and now we're just going to go worldwide. We're going to stream it. And we're going to take it to the next level. It's a big step. It's a big leap, so to speak. And I think that now the leash is gone, and we are able to do whatever we want. So a lot of good advancements, a lot of cool stuff coming this week. So pay attention for that, or just pay attention for that. Really, I'm going to tell you to pay attention like I'm your dad. Holy mackerel. Do me a favor and just watch out for that. Keep your eyes posted for the posts that will announce each and every one of those little maneuvers moving forward. Right now, I am heading out to Desert Creek Sportsman's Club for the Wildlife for Tomorrow Celebrity Wingshoot. Don't get excited. I'm not considering myself a celebrity. I don't consider myself a celebrity. I never have. I don't know. Just not that. Don't have that kind of ego. I'm always tripped out by your comments and that you're actually listening and tuning into my videos. It's humbling. It's fun. It's exciting. And I'm like, wow, man, this is kind of neat. I got some peeps hanging out with me, and we're talking about the outdoors. This is a lot of fun. So anyway, the Celebrity Wingshoot, Governor Ducey there, a few other dignitaries and celebrity kind of names. And I was taken back by one of the attendees, a celebrity. I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to get this person in trouble. But one of their handlers sent us a questionnaire that was who is attending, what is their social media, their title, what's their social media, who are people going to be taking pictures, are people going to want video, are people going to, there's all this list of questions. I was thinking, wow, that's I guess that's celebrity status. I mean, okay. But then I started thinking, this is that day and age. This is that day and age where if a celebrity or a known personality, or I hate the I word, influencer is one of the dumbest words in all of marketing, I would say. Um, if they were to, or it to be discovered that they like our outdoor way of life, that they like hunting, they like fishing, they like whatever it is, maybe even the shooting sports, that it is toxic to their to their way of life and their business and their fans, so to speak. And instead of being proud of what you do, proud of who you are, sometimes you have to hide that. There's another celebrity who was supposed to be at this event that couldn't make it. That I remember back in the day when I went quail hunting with. He said, "No, I don't talk about quail hunting on what I do, his day job." So I don't talk about that. So why? So it'd be detrimental. So I want people to know me who I am, not who I am, quail hunter or bird killer, right? Same. I was actually having a conversation. I can actually say this now because Brian is no longer in the biz, but Brian Helton of Helton Brewing. He sold his company to Oso. Can't wait to see what they do with it. It's going to be so cool. And I was talking to him years and years ago, and we were in an outdoor patio. It was him and another restaurant owner. And I see this dove fly over. I'm like, oh, guys, it's getting close. So excited. Dove season's right around the corner. And they did one of these. They kind of looked around like they were about to tell a joke that you're not supposed to tell, if you know what I'm saying. Doing one of these. I'm like, what's wrong? What are we looking for? Does someone, do cops show up? Have they found me? And they said, "No, man, we hunt too." I said, "Okay, I like to whisper. Okay, why are we whispering?" And they said, "In our business, we can't. We don't announce that. We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that because it's toxic. We can't talk about it." And I think you would lose your business if people discovered that you are a participant in the North American model of wildlife conservation. Yeah, no, that's not the way anymore. It's not even the way ever. You kill animals. Yeah, well, so do you. Do you have any raid in your home? Do you have any? Do you have a pest control a person that comes over your house sprays? Yeah, you kill animals too. You see, it's just not. I remember this. I remember one time somebody told me that they're like, "Oh, I can't believe you deer hunt." I said, "Well, I also, I got a trip planned to go offshore fishing for tuna." And they said, "Oh, that's okay." Because Disney didn't make a movie about it, you're starring one of these animals, you're okay with it. Just as long as Disney didn't make it cute. Yeah, is really what it is. But it's getting to, trust me, and again, give me a longer runway here, just so we understand this. So going to the celebrity wing shoot and having the celebrities ask questions like, how many people are going to see me out here? How many people are going to know I do this? One. And then two, Tom up at Blue Rooster posted a really cool video of John and I on our bison hunt up there, and posted that on Friday. Posted that yesterday, and I thought, oh, okay. I wonder if John knows about this. Now, you mean John's in high school, so John, I don't know if his friends are going to see it. I don't know if he's going to get any backlash. His dad. I was in dad mode, not Mike Russell, show host, conservationist, hunter, proud hunter. My first was like, is he going to get any blowback from this? My dad instincts kicked in. And then I looked at the top of my feed and I could see that he had posted something on his reels. And I go, I wonder. And sure enough, I posted and he reposted it. And then I saw intern Beans reposted the same thing. My heart, so happy. So very happy. And then it just got me thinking, okay, where's the balance? And I love having this conversation. I hope you can weigh in on this conversation as well, because I love this. I think this is a topic that we have a really, really good opportunity to win hearts and minds here. So, and of course, it is the video, the taking of game, and it is the grip and grins that follow. And for those of you that are new, this is a show about the outdoors: hunting, fishing, camping, hiking, biking. We do it all. But today we're talking about the optics of hunting and the take. And should we care what other people think? So this is the conversation. And y'all know what you know what I feel. I'm very proud of what I do. I don't care if people judge me for what I do. I don't care if people judge me that I take my kids and do it with the kids. I really don't care. It doesn't bother me. It just doesn't bother me. So but I also know that we're in a game of winning hearts and minds, and we are. If we want the North American model of wildlife conservation to succeed, we have to win the hearts and minds of those that are being, I would say, inundated with, animal rights groups and anti-hunters and anti-gun folks, and that's a big deal. It's something that we have to be diligent on our side about that. But then there's also we want to be proud of what we do. So we want to show that off, just like people showing off, what they cooked for dinner or what they had for lunch or what concert they went to or whatever. They saw Taylor Swift one day. Yeah, they the same amount of pride. Okay. So I think the video was fantastic. Actually, the video, if you check it out, we have it up on our site, and you can go to Hunt Blue Rooster as well and check that one out. It's a good balance because there's Tom. Tom is the owner of a game ranch. Tom sees people take animals multiple times a day, every day. So Tom is very desensitized to just any of it. Actually, he posted a picture of a girl took her first, I believe it was a ram, something to that effect. It might have been a hog, don't know. But she had blood smeared on her face, from her take. I'm like, okay, well. Okay, this is one way to do it, and not a bad way to do it, because it's perfectly within her right to take that animal to a game ranch, and there we go. That is what it is. So going back to the video, Tom he says here with Mike Russell, longtime customer, and I prefer to be considered a friend. Tom, a friend, yeah, I'm a pal, yeah. And you're talking about going on with bikes. It was just a wonderful thing, and then you hear Tom say, this is basically you're going to kill it. And then the shot presented itself and he said, kill it. And then afterwards, he's like, oh, you balled that up or just rolled it. I forget the exact verbiage he used. That's totally within our world, within our context. That's what we do, how we talk. It just is what it is. It just is how outdoorsmen at large speak in a lot of cases. Not all. But in a lot of cases, that's how it is. Some don't. At the end, I was very happy that he included, when John and I were posing for pictures, our grip and grins. It was respectful. We were paying respect for the animal. We were thankful for the animal. We thanked God for the animal. We thanked God for his sacrifice, because we know what comes next. And John is this spoiled kid. I love him. And I say it endearingly. He's a really, really good kid. But my kids have been spoiled culinarily. I cook, and I cook well. And I cook well for my kids, and I make sure that, they if I cook something really nice, they're like, instead of, wow, that was amazing, because they've had, bison steaks and this for most of their life. Anyway, so there was that balance there. I've said I've killed an animal. I said I've harvested an animal. I said I have taken an animal. But knowing in the back of my mind that verbiage should be thought of in all of our conversations. And here's what I mean by that. I'm not saying don't be proud of what you do. I'm very proud of what I do. I'm very proud that I hunt. I'm very proud that I am a willing and active contributor to the North American model of wildlife conservation. Hello, let's try some coffee. Hang tight. Got it there. That should kick things in. The North American model of wildlife conservation. I'm an active and willing participant in that. And the pride shows in this show. The pride shows in social media. The pride shows in my lifestyle. I also know that there are those that live by the mantra, okay, boys, let's get out there. If it's brown, it's down. If it flies, it dies. I get it. each and every one of those people, hopefully the majority of these people that say those things and use those verbiage and kill this, kill that, got it, are acting legally. If you're within your legal rights to hunt at that time and you're doing within the season and you have your permits, you have your tags, you have everything you need, okay, cool. I don't care how you talk. It doesn't offend me. It doesn't win hearts and minds. With, maybe having a grip and grin with blood all over the place or blood on your face. Maybe that's not going to win hearts and minds. Still okay with me. Doesn't bother me. But you're not trying to win me. You're not trying to win my heart and mind. You have it. You have it all. And maybe winning hearts and minds isn't your goal. So that's where this conversation becomes a conversation. I think it's a good one to have, and I'm excited to have it out at the Hunt Club. And I want to, there was actually a picture posted of me. I had birds in my hand, dead birds. And I was holding them basically like holding like 3 bottles of long necks, bottles of beer in each of my hands. And I'm walking to the processors. And it that's what I do, who I am. Yeah. So, I mean, again, I am all about all the grip and grins. I really am. The conversation comes to, are we trying to win hearts and minds outside of that? I think that the picture of the video that Tom posted at Blue Rooster, I think it is very tasteful. It's very, the grip and grins from that hunt, I'll post as well. There's no blood. The animal, if you see the take, if that's something that you can watch the video and see, the actual shot, you'll see that this animal deceased immediately. It was a perfect ethical shot. It was a beautiful shot. There's no living with John after this because my bison took 2 shots to take down, and and he just absolutely dropped it in one. So he's very not a confident kid. Let me put it that way. So it's good. But the pictures from that were fantastic, I think. And I've seen pictures like of intern Sarah. Her sheep she took was or ram she took was a bloody mess. And I actually asked my girlfriend, I said, can you touch this up? Can you do can you do some Photoshop on this? So at least just clean up the blood. You see the pride in Sarah's face and the smile, that ear to ear grin of hers, and just the energy and the excitement and the pride was not stolen from that picture. The blood was. And for me, it's like, oh, well, Mike, you can't take away the blood. Blood is part of it. It is part of it. We understand that. We totally get that. Why? Because we see it and because we're there. But for someone that is maybe seeking to join our world, and we need more and more and more and more and more and more and more people to join our world because of the North American model of wildlife conservation, I would say either have that conversation, be cognizant of it, and maybe carry a bottle of water in your backpack where you can just kind of, just kind of clean some things up and, just kind of shine some things up and make sure everything's looking good. Making sure, I mean, I understand. And for me too, it's respect for the animal. It's respect for the animal. This is their last picture. This is it. They have given their life for the enjoyment and nourishment of our table and our bodies, period. And so this picture is, make them look good. Come on, dress them up for their picture. That's all. That's all I'm saying, And you go back to words as well. Again, and the coffee's kicking in, so everything's starting to dial in. Starting to go to. I know it's morning. It's early. Whew. And thanks for being here. This is the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of a world that we live in. I'm your host, Mike Russell. We've been doing this for 11 years. We have a lot of fun on the show, but we do talk about issues that. Oh, hold on, I was trying to get the coffee. We talk about issues that need to be talked about as outdoorsmen and women, and this is one of them. So weigh in, and it's totally okay. Weigh in, but let's get to the verbiage. Kill, harvest, take. I don't kill an apple. I harvest an apple, right? I pick an apple. I don't kill it. So then why do I kill? But I'm actually killing that apple, right? That apple's not going to live long after I pull it from the tree. So did I kill it or did I harvest it? Really not something in semantics that we even care about or even think about. You picked the apple. You harvested the apple. Done. You didn't kill it. Right? We don't talk like that. So as stewards of the land and seas and as participants in the North American model, why are we killing animals? Why aren't we harvesting them? Why aren't we this animal that I picked? I was going to say plucked, but that just sounded a whole different ball game. Let's not get into that. And that I picked, but harvested is fine. Harvested, I've heard some say that that's just it's woke. I don't get into that woke verbiage. No, I think woke verbiage or verbiage that we consider woke is divisive. It's meant to be divisive. It's meant to tick people off. It's meant to anger people. If I say my son and I harvested a bison, that doesn't tick anyone off. That doesn't make anyone mad. If we say we killed a bison, okay, it'll make some people mad. That's fine. Okay, I get that. Both are fine. Both are perfectly acceptable. Which one wins hearts and minds? In my mind, harvest would win a heart and mind, or at least eliminate the process of scaring a heart and mind away. So I'm conscious of that. And that's all I'm saying. If you choose to be conscious of that, I would ask you to be conscious of that. If not, hey, like I said, I have plenty of people that I hunt with and fish with that don't use any what we would call winning hearts and mind verbiage in their actions, not winning hearts and minds, for the love of grief. Some of the videos, if they ever surfaced, not of me. I've actually done pretty good. I think I've done pretty good as an outdoorsman. I think I've done pretty good as far as the actual if everything was on video, I think I did pretty good. Yeah, I think so. I'm replaying a lot of things going through my head right now. And because I always think about, oh my gosh, if we had social media, and y'all gonna come with me on this, I know y'all gonna come with me on this. If we had social media when you and I were in high school, Gen X, come on. Yeah. What's the statute of limitations on? Yeah, start the list now. So, I think that's a lot of reasons why you hear a lot from Gen Z and in the millennials. You hear a lot of talk. You know what you don't hear from Gen X? Talk. Why? Because we got away with it and we're shutting up. That's why you don't hear a lot from Gen X, because we didn't have social media. Our parents didn't know a tenth of what we did, and we got away with it, and we're not saying nothing. Yeah, see, it was smart. That's why we survive. We're survivors. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. If you could, some of our partners that are just so near and dear to the show, at the event at the Celebrity Wingshoot, we're going to have some Canyon coolers out there, because Canyon coolers, they're better than Yeti. They've out tested them. They're a local company. They're up in Flagstaff, and they're just a great organization. Cool dude that runs the place. He's a big river rafter, big conservationist, big outdoorsman, and in a company that I'd like to get you to know. So get over to canyoncoolers.com. Use the code GOSHOW to get 15% off of your order. So check it out. Check out those guys. They're the best. I think I have quite a few Canyon coolers. And by the way, I bought my Canyon coolers. Those weren't given to me or anything to be a sponsor of the show. No, I believe in the product. And I definitely encourage you to. We actually have a Canyon cooler out there at the Celebrity Wingshoot as one of the auction items. So definitely some good stuff. Check them out. How about this? I'm not going to throw the guy under the bus. He's actually doing the time. He is going to face his punishment, and hopefully he's going to recover. But we have yet another example of a TV celebrity. I love this. A TV celebrity. And if you want to know how I feel about outdoor programming, just go ahead and check out last week's show on YouTube. It's there's some bad stuff out there. I don't think this guy's any different. A case has been brought up against a celebrity influencer here in our outdoor world, and he is going to be paying, I believe, $39,000 fine for poaching. And that is, if you're new to the program, welcome. Thank you so much for hanging out here. Poaching is the P word. That is the ugliest word that we have in the outdoor world. There's nothing we can do that's worse than poaching. Poaching is just wrong on every single possible level. He's brought upon a poaching case because he claimed that he was in a different state and he did not know the regs. How about that? He didn't know the regulations. This is something that you need to understand in our world. Ignorance of the law is zero defense. It's just not. You have to know where you're going, y'all. You got to know what the different rules are and laws are in each state. And I got to tell you, they differ from every single state. And so if you are going to hunt, if you are going to participate in a take of any animal in a state that isn't yours, you better do your homework. You have to. So I'm not throwing this guy under the bus. He just I believe he just went to. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he went to a different state and he really truly didn't know the regs. Just thought he had a tag or whatever. I forget what it was, but he was probably acting in good faith. But he got busted for poaching because he claimed he didn't know the regs. Fine, he's going to be paying a lot of money. I don't care who you are. $40K is a lot of money. I believe it's 39,000. Even if it's 30,000, that's a lot of money for a video that you might have gotten, a couple thousand views on. That's some dough. So this guy is going to be punished for what I think we can get away with. Now, here in Arizona, the cool part about this is your Arizona Game and Fish Department is pretty cool with these kind of things. If you are, and I've seen this firsthand, I'll use my dove hunting experience. I took a newbie dove hunting, which you should always do. I took a newbie dove hunting and he was kind of off on his own. And that was my fault. That was early on in my hunting career. And it was my fault that I didn't have him attached to my hip. He was a new dude. And so he kind of went off on his own and he brought back probably 10 birds. I mean, the guy was just doing a great job his first time out. It was wild. And by the way, back up, I asked him the day before, I said, do you have a 12 gauge, 20 or 12 gauge shotgun? He goes, yeah, I got a 12 gauge shotgun. I go, great. So I brought him some shells. And then we get to the spot where we're meeting up and he was going to jump in my truck. He goes into the back of his car. He opens the trunk and he pulls up this sawed off pump shotgun with a pistol grip. I'm like, oh, come on. Come on. Okay. I should have asked, do you have a hunting shotgun? Not a home defense shotgun that I don't even know is legal here. He went out and almost limited out with that thing. I'm blown away by that. One thing, do not ever try to bust into Cooper's house. The guy's too good of a shot with that thing. So anyway, I didn't even think of it. He said, he got so many birds and it was opening day. So you know what happens on opening day of dove season is that there's checkpoints all over the place, spread out all over Maricopa County. So you better be ready to have your license, to have your migratory bird stamp, and you better be ready to show your birds, and not just bird breast. If you did breast them out, it needs to have a wing attached so they can tell what type of bird it is. Little things that you know. But he had a raptor in there. And I look at him, and I look at the game warden. I look over at him. I still call him game warden. Sorry, guys. I look over at him, and I look at the game warden. I'm like, throw the book at him. Just throw the book at him. And Cooper's like about soiling his pants. He is so nervous. And they get, oh my gosh, I can't believe I killed something that wasn't a dove. I said, we call that the Arizona not a dove. The guy was cool. The guy was, here's not a poacher that's in front of me. This guy has a bag full of dove, almost a limit. And one of them, and he didn't even know that thing wasn't a dove. So, okay, what we're going to do is he kept the bird and he said, listen, we're going to use this for education purposes. And you just kind of go about your way. I'm like, can we at least give him a ticket? Anyway, but they're cool like that. If you do hit something, take something that is out of season, that is not your intended target, whatever it is, call Game and Fish. I'm telling you. And what's up? Go ahead. Drop my name. Say you heard about it on the show. Mike said, if I call you guys, you'll at least be cool. I'm not going to say you're not going to have to, basically pay the price for what you've done, but it's going to be a lot better than going to court and paying $40,000 for poaching. I could almost guarantee that, unless you're a mangy, stupid poacher, and then you deserve what you get. But if you make an honest mistake, you call honestly, things will happen the right way for you. I can assure you that that's the case. Out-of-staters, we probably don't give much leeway to. But here in Arizona, we take care of our own, and just know your regs. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to know the regulations of what you need for that season. It's pretty simple. And there's a lot of digital things going on right now. The Game and Fish Department, God bless them. They're a government agency and they move like a government agency. With all due respect to my good friends at the department, they don't move fast. I'll never forget. I had Doug Burt, one of the branch chiefs at Game and Fish. I had him on the show and I did something on the podcast. He called me and said, hey, I think I spelled something wrong or I used the wrong verbiage on the description. He said, hey, just so you know, for future ref. I'm like, hold on a second. And I went in the system and I changed it. And he said, how did you do that? How in the world did you do that? And I said, I went in the system. I just changed it. He goes, that would take us weeks at the department. It's got to go through certain processes to change something on the website. I'm like, I just did it now. So understand, there's some changes, but they're getting better by the day at Game and Fish, especially with online stuff, regulations, digital licenses, things like that. They're getting better every single day. So just keep being patient. I almost told you to be patient. You about tried to slap me through this, right? Holy mackerel. Hey, listen, if you're on Facebook or Instagram with this, can you do me a huge favor? Can you jump over to YouTube and subscribe, follow along? I'd greatly appreciate it. If you subscribe to the channel, that just keeps things going, keeps the momentum going, and that we can keep doing this basically until we're just blue in the face. Yeah, let's keep going, shall we? It's been 11 years, so let's keep it going. And now that we've moved all digital, I'm going to pull this up on my phone because I don't want to get this wrong because we're dealing with backcountry hunters and anglers here. These guys are serious business and legitimate. That's on my favorites. Here we go to recents. So this is a question here. I don't want you to comment if you could, because I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my phone. It says very clear. It's a very beautiful picture of intern beans right there. Graduation pictures. It says recents. How about this? 17,968 photos. Whew. How many do you have on there? I remember when I had 10,000 at one point, and I thought I was like a psycho hoarder, but apparently I'm not. So let me get to this here. It is I think yes, backcountry hunters and anglers are gonna put on an event that I want you to know about. Here we go. It is going to be at one of my favorite places in the world, the Dirty Drummer. Okay, the Dirty Drummer is one of my favorite places. I know it sounds funny, but those Phoenicians, you'll know the Dirty Drummer on 44th Street in the Costco parking lot, 44th and Thomas, 44th Street and Thomas, in the Costco parking lot there. But it's actually a strip mall that's outside. There's a new Salad and Go right there, so it's easy to spot. They're going to have an event. A little event to bring awareness. Okay, bringing awareness to HB 2021, HB 2022, HB 2376, yada yada yada. A lot of stuff that looks like that. Yeah, there's a lot of them. What this is a land grab. This it just is what it is. Plain and simple, it's a land grab. And I'm going to pull up Backcountry Hunters and Anglers here in just a second. BHA will come up here. There we go. Backcountry Hunters and Anglers. Here we go. And I'm going to read to you what they have going on, especially at one of my favorite places. So this is time to get involved. It's time to call your state congressman. It's time to call your federal congressmen, women, just everybody. Call them all. They're trying to save the public land. So they're going to have a pint night next Thursday, the 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Dirty Drummer in Phoenix. So hopefully I'm going to get out there. I'm going to see if I can make it out there. It is one of my favorite places. By the way, Dirty Drummer. Go listen to the guys, find out what's going on, support the cause, and have probably the best burger in the valley. Just have the drummer. I'm telling you, holy mackerel. So good. Yeah, and if you haven't been to Dirty Drummer, it's during COVID, I think they said they remodeled the place. It looks exactly how it did in the 70s. Same thing. It's always been there. Yeah. So I want you to find out what's going on because Arizona's the House Committee on Land, Agricultural, and Rural Affairs is getting silly and is about to take away about 90% of a giant portion of public access land that we have, and the feds are about to just land grab it. So I want you to get over there and find out all the details on that. And it's going to be something that actually Travis from the NRA sent me something as well. So I'm going to jump on here and check that out. That is the wrong. And as always, I try to figure out how to use my my phone. Right on. Here we go. There we go. All right, oppose shooting access closure in Arizona. This is what we're talking about. The Biden administration, the Department of Interior, has published a notice of comment period that the resource management plan for the Sonoran Desert National Monument. This new plan would cut off public shooting access on 99% of the Sonoran Desert National Monument. I remember that when the President Biden was here and doing a big, a show of something that basically, we're preserving this great land and yada 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 yada. Come to find out, it's going to cut in on about 99% of the entire Sonoran Desert and cut it off for basically our use. So, aha. See, we don't get political here. We just don't get political on the show because politics is what we do on Russell and Hunter and the Brewmans. But here, we talk about the outdoors and in all things outdoors. So let's keep that going, shall we? And if you could get over to SlavoSalt.com, SlavoSalt.com. This is seriously hands down the best seasoning there is. Period. End of story. 3 to choose from. I take the spicy and the OG, combine them on most of my things. It is hands down the very best there is. 100% money back guarantee. Got to check it out. Get over to SlavoSalt.com. Use the code GOSHOW. Get you 15% off your order at checkout. Now, it is that time, isn't it? It's the time where in Arizona we have we have different types of seasons. So those that are here and they hear from another state and goes, "Oh, I can't believe I moved to Arizona. There's no seasons in Arizona. We don't have seasons." Yeah, actually, we do have seasons. We have seasons. They're just not they're not as noticeable if you're not looking directly for them. Here are your seasons. You have winter. You have Fool's Spring, which we're right in right now. You have second winter. You have Spring of Deception. You have third winter. You have the pollinating. I said that wrong. Let me try this. Let me try this entire bit again, shall we? Okay, here. Oh my goodness, this is what we do when we live stream. It just happens. There's just no chance of editing. Holy mackerel. Wow. Yeah. So for those of you who have moved here from out of state and think, oh man, Arizona doesn't have seasons. Oh, we have seasons. It starts with winter. Okay. And then we get into Fool's Spring. That's when we're here and we're like, oh, it's still winter, but oh my gosh, the highs are going to be in the 70s. We're in spring. Then we have second winter where temperatures drop back down to freezing. Then we have another version called Spring of Deception. Then we have our third winter, and then we have the pollinating, and then we have actual spring, and that lasts like 8 days. And then we have summer, and then we have Hell's Front Porch, and then we have false fall, second summer, and actual fall. So don't think that we don't have seasons here in Arizona. We have seasons. We have more seasons than most states, and it's just this constant deception of you're in one season or the other. That's how it is. And by the way, spring training is getting outdoors. So the GO in Go Show, you see it behind me here. The GO Go Show stands for get outdoors, go outdoors, whichever you want. It's America. You can make it happen how you want to make it happen. But spring training is getting outdoors. Lawn seats, oh, forget about it. Gonna do a couple of games. I'm a Dodgers fan. I know y'all know me. Just get over it. That's just who I am, and that's who we that's who I back. It's who I've been a Dodger fan my whole life. So getting out to spring training is getting outdoors, is getting outside, getting that vitamin D, getting that sun, feeling one of those 6 versions of spring that we have that make you feel like we're here in almost the summer, and then bam, freezing temperatures, you're out covering your plants up again. That's just the way it is. And for those of you that might notice my movement on camera here, here's what I'm doing. So you got to kind of move the opposite way. It's kind of like towing a trailer. Right? So you kind of move the chair this way, kind of move over here. Here's what I'm hiding behind me. There's actually something that I'm hiding behind me. I have a beautiful logo for the show. I have Old Glory. I have a beautiful American flag. But there's actually something that I'm hiding. I'm going to see if you can catch it. I'm going to step to the side here. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Hang tight. Here we go. That right there. No, not the trees, not the mountains. If you know me, my name is Mike Russell, spelled Russell. Yep. I'm the one that signed off on the proof. I'm the one that signed off before they made this sign. It said Mike Russell with 1L. There you go. So why does he kind of fidget when yes, it's okay. Pro 2 Customs is making a brand new sign, should be ready this week as well. So big week going on here at the Go Show, and got a lot of new stuff happening, and we're off and running. We're off and running thanks to you for supporting us, subscribing on YouTube, and following along, commenting, liking, and sharing out with your friends. If you see this video, share it out to your friends. That'd be great. We'd appreciate that as well. And that's going to keep us rolling and keep the momentum going. And we're here building this thing again from the ground up, and we appreciate you being here with us right here on the Go Show. Get out there this weekend, have some fun, have a great weekend, be safe out there. Remember, safety third, first, whatever, top 5, you're good. Let's make it to next week right here, 8 o'clock.